right now you're watching the preschool learning curriculum on happyandblessedhome.com. It uses a Montessori-based planning cart that you load the drawers so that you can follow along on a preschool learning curriculum. And we're doing one letter of the alphabet each week. And this week, we're on the letter B. And I just wanted to walk you through how to use Visual Montessori to plan your preschool at home. These are the Montessori sensitive periods, and basically what this is the ages during which most kids are going to be sensitive to learning in some key areas. And so I've spelled that out on a nice chart for you and provided some more detail on another chart, which basically just explains each of the key areas. And then I created a chart that you can do daily, and I like to laminate mine and then use a wipe off marker, write and wipe off marker to clear it so that I can do a new schedule each day in each of those areas. I'll be loading our cart drawers with lots of different toys and household items to help teach preschoolers about the alphabet, also to teach them a multitude of other skills as well. Included with the things that I'll be loading into the carts are some of the Preschool Alphabet printables that you can find at happyandblessedhome.com. So I'll just walk you through each of the items as I load each of the Montessori cart drawers. So to start with our first cart drawer is math. And so for math, what I'm going to do this week for the letter B is I'm actually going to focus on going through the numbers. I have a number board right here, and just kind of introducing or reviewing with a preschooler the different numbers. And this particular board, as you lift a number, the board will actually tell you what the number is. And so that's kind of a neat sound board and also visual number matching board. And kids like to play with it because they can actually take the numbers off and listen to the sounds. So that'll be math for this week when we're doing the letter B. The next drawer from our Montessori planning charts and drawer set is writing. And so writing for a preschooler is going to be something pretty simple. So I've created some alphabet printables for the letter B, and right here is a school bus traveling to a stop sign and a soccer ball traveling to a net. And the child is going to be challenged to try and trace the dotted line from one place to the next, and that would be great writing practice for them. So that is going to go into this drawer. The next, let me not forget to mention this. Another really great tool for teaching preschoolers about writing is this particular book. It says A is for Apple. What I love about this book is how tactile it is. It actually shows them the right order in which to draw the lines to form each of the letters. And so they can learn how to do each of the letters in this book and trace it with their fingers before they ever need to learn how to pick up a pen or a crayon. It also has some really cute pictures and some nice three-letter words, for the most part, to teach them vocabulary. So that's great for writing, and it's also great for language. And so I'll go ahead and put this in our language drawer. Also for language, I have in the printable set a bunch of flashcards. And so you can review these with or without pictures with your preschooler. If you're wanting to help them to identify and name things, you'll want to use it with the photos. If you're wanting them to start recognizing some of the shapes that build words, then this is a great place to start. So I'll go ahead and add that to language. Now in our family, we used a combination of both sight words and phonetic sounds, so we focus on both. But it's entirely up to you. You can choose to do one or the other. So our next drawer is Census. And Census is such a great drawer when you're working with preschoolers because you get to focus on all the 5 senses. So touch and taste and smell and sight and hearing. And so this is great for things like foods that you might want to get them to try. So this week, since we're on the letter B, I have some bananas. And so you could load the bananas into your Census drawer and focus on how to peel a banana. What does a banana taste like? What does a banana smell like? Fun things like that preschoolers love to get their hands into. And if you want to let them mash a banana, that's a great sensory experience for a little one. The next is music. And so for music, what I have picked out for this week is, if you've not ever seen these are awesome. addition songs. And basically, it's a CD that you put in to play. You can actually sit with your son or daughter or a preschool child and go over the different numbers that are here as the songs are singing about them. But what's really neat about young minds is they're like little sponges, and they can actually learn their math facts by hearing them in song. And they may not even understand what it is that they're learning, but it will be embedded in their memory and can be something that their mind can draw upon later. So it's kind of exciting that they can learn math facts through music. So this actually kind of checks off 2 boxes, math and music. The next one is character. And one of the things that we like to do is find books that speak to character. So this particular book, Stick and Stone, is a great book about friendship. And so I think this would be a great book for the week. It may or may not match the alphabet of the week, but alphabet letter for the week, but it's a great book nonetheless to teach your preschooler about character. So I'm going to go ahead and add Stick and Stone to our drawer or workbox for character for the week. Next drawer that we want to take a look at is small objects, and small objects translates into fine motor skills and basically helping preschoolers learn how to better use their fine motor skills. And so small objects can include a lot of different things, but one of the things that's really easy to use is something right out of the pantry, and that would be beans. And these beans are not cooked, they're still hard, but that would be a great thing to use for a preschooler, just so they can learn to touch the beans. You might want to bury the beans in something else, like pasta noodles that are dry, or maybe some sand or sugar or cornmeal or something like that, so they can find the beans. So that would be the drawer that we would fill for small objects, would be with beans. The next thing is movement, and preschoolers love to move. Sometimes it's really hard to get them to sit still. So it's great to plan in your curriculum for the week, lots of movement. And a really simple thing when you're going to be studying the letter B to use for movement is a ball or multiple balls. Teaching them how to hold the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball, play with the ball. There's so many things that you can do with a ball when you're studying movement with a preschooler. So that is our drawer for movement for the week. The next drawer is reading, and this is one of our family's favorite drawers to fill for the week. And we love to fill it with books from the library and also books that we've received from family and friends as gifts. And sometimes we also purchase them as well. If you haven't come across this yet, Bob books are great. My 5-year-old can already read some of the Bob books from cover to cover. And my 4-year-old loves the stories as well. And the graphics are really cute. The words are easy to read. The other thing for reading that we love, some of these, if you haven't heard of these, Elephant and Piggy series are lots of fun. And this particular, I tried to find books that had the letter B in them. I broke my trunk. A big guy took my ball. Great Elephant and Piggy books. Here's another one, The Magic School Bus. This isn't an Elephant and Piggy, but it's still a really great book, great story. And Buddy to the Rescue, and this is another Bob book. So these are some of our family's favorite titles as we're going through the letter B for the week. Those are some great titles to read through. And then the final drawer that I have here is order or spatial. And this somewhat ties in with math, but it also kind of comes in line with organizing things in the home or in their room. So I like these blocks for this particular task for this week because these blocks are actually numbered, and you can teach them to count from 1 to 10 and to number the blocks in order. Now for spatial, you might want to build something with the blocks and then ask your preschooler to imitate or to copy what you built. So you could put 4 blocks together and ask them, can you build something like this, and see if they can do it. So very simple, easy concept. These alphabet blocks are great for this sort of activity with a preschooler. So those are our preschool drawers for the week for the preschool learning curriculum at happyandblessedhome.com. And this week we're studying the letter B. I hope that these ideas have given you some great tips for things to think about as you're planning your week with your preschooler. Thanks so much for tuning in to happyandblessedhome.com, and I hope to see you online.